and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Okay, you all received a copy of last month's minutes. Were there any corrections? If not, is there a motion for approval?
I'll second that.
Properly moved in second, and I'll give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Ivan, it's all you.
All right, Steve, you want to come up? It's Steve Esposito, he's from Mora.
Vince Esposito.
Vince.
Esposito.
Vince, okay.
Okay.
Do you have a thing you want to put up or anything?
Yeah, I can put a
I
board
do
up for
have-
you guys.
Possibly the whole total project. Okay. Gotta get rid of it.
It's the third that. Here, I guess.
You can put it right here, and that way it's. Find a good shot of it.
Thank you.
I have further.
Drawing, I just draw it out.
Yeah.
Color coded.
Yeah.
Yes. Really.
You want to explain the project?
Yeah,
A brief synopsis.
Yeah.
Sorry, my comments.
So, general overview, I'm Vince Esposito with Langdon Engineering, representing the applicant, Mora Solar LLC. Quick overview of the project, it is a 60 megawatt AC solar development. It's taking access off of Mosey Wood Road here, and then we're utilizing an existing dirt road. We are improving it for emergency access. That'll basically traverse the northern portion of the site, come down to the south to where we get to our solar farm. It's a 20-foot wide gravel access road. We have accounted for stormwater management, ENS, through a slew of detention basins, infiltration basins where possible. From an ENS standpoint, sediment control basins, compost filter sock, tree protective fencing, etc. The site is enclosed by an 8-foot high fence. I know when we met with Kidder Township earlier on, there was concerns about cutoff between natural resources and wildlife. So we do already have a revised plan that will show basically a cut in the fence line here to allow that free flowing path of wildlife, so nothing is being cut off. We are limiting grading and disturbance to the greatest extent possible. You can see by utilizing the existing access road where there's already a general clearing. We're minimizing disturbance to woodlands, wetlands, etc. And then as we move down to the south where our solar farm is proposed, there's a slew of streams, wetlands, and waterways throughout. We have strategically placed our solar panels outside of those areas, just so there's no disturbance to wetlands, streams, or waterways within the solar panel area. Our limited disturbance is not a general rectangle. It does traverse, bob, and weave to make sure that our disturbance only lies within the solar panel farm itself. We have a substation down here where we are tying into the PPNL grid. Other than that, solar is pretty straightforward, inverter locations, gravel access roads, etc. for emergency vehicle access and maintenance access. Below the panels themselves, we're proposing a deep rooted meadow mix. That's in accordance with PADEP. As opposed to grass, which can lead to erosion, that meadow mix really helps prevent a lot of the adverse effects to any nearby streams or waterways. So that's the plan in a whole. Happy to answer any questions you guys may have.
Is there an approved ENS plan?
We're working with PADEP on the ENS right now, but we do have an ENS plan proposed as part of this plan set.
They submitted an ENS plan, but I talked to Martin County Conservation District, and they're working.
And it includes the entire site, including that old dirt road?
That's correct. Yeah, the old dirt road, there's gonna be compost filter stock on either side, along with tree protection fencing to make sure there's no impacts adjacent to it that would flow into the stream. Within our actual site itself, we have erosion sediment control basins, compost filter stocks, et cetera, to alleviate any ENS issues.
So that manages the stormwater running, all right?
It manages the during construction runoff. The post-construction runoff is managed by the stormwater management basins. Those are permanent features, infiltration basins, detention basins, vegetative filter strips, et cetera.
And that's been, submitted to the state for approval, correct?
We've already had meetings with the state PADEP
Have
for
it-
those approvals. We haven't gotten approval yet, but we are working contingently with them on this, or in tandem with them.
The other question I have real quick is the 8-foot high fence on at the township meeting. There was discussion of the fact that it was 8 foot instead of the tower requirement of 6, and it had barbed wire on top. Has that been addressed?
It has been, we've revised that to a game fence, a fixed not game fence. Regarding the height, I believe it's still 8 foot, or the township requires 6 foot minimum.
No, they require 8 foot now. That,
Right, so we're proposing an 8 foot fence. We have changed the style, so there's no barbed wire, and it's no longer a chain link. It's gonna be a fixed not game fence. So yeah, we've heard your concerns and adjusted the plan.
There'll be a gravel road between the solar units to access them?
Yeah, so the gravel road traverses the majority of the site. And it comes in and around and bobs and weaves throughout. So there's no gravel roads in between each individual panel, but we're providing access to all the inverter pads and the electric.
And
components of it.
there'll be new gravel roads. They
That's
don't
correct.
just-
There'll be new gravel roads. So our stormwater management plan is gonna account for that new impervious surface associated with those gravel roads.
And how deep do you need to dig these panels in the ground?
It's all based on the geotech report. Typically, it can be 5 foot, 6 foot to 10 foot deep would be the pile depth. And the exposure of the piles would be maybe 4 foot high.
Oh, so the groundwater is very, the whole area is practically a swamp, so.
Right, there's a lot of nearby wetlands, you're correct. So the geotech report would address how deep those pilings need to be in order to be structurally sound. But the panels themselves, it's tracking arrays, so everything's situated north-south. And the panels will tilt east-west to track the sun.
Anything about the ambient temperature that those panels will change? The ecosystem of that wetland?
I don't believe the panels, the sun's gonna be attracted to them, but the panels themselves shouldn't heat up too. Right, I know there's a lot of coatings on them, non-toxic coatings that are placed on them to reduce any of those adverse effects.
Is there any noise that comes out of the inverters of the substation?
There are noise associated with the inverters, yes. Due to a lot of the vegetation, the noise really won't be any impact at all.
Back to the wildlife, they're pretty sensitive to.
if you get to make.
Okay, sorry, Ivan.
Couple other questions. Is there additional vegetation planted around and underneath the panels?
There is vegetation proposed underneath the panels, so as opposed to grass like you would normally see, we're proposing that meadow mix, which is really gonna beefing up that sub layer below the panels to capture any sediment or runoff and promote infiltration in those areas.
Can you explain the improvements to the access road? You mentioned you can improve that.
Yeah, so the access road as it stands today is probably 12 foot wide or so, dirt road. There's a culvert here. To meet the township requirements and provide access for emergency vehicles, we're gonna widen that road slightly from 12 feet to a 20 foot wide gravel access road. And basically try and keep our improvements as minimal as possible, so we're not affecting any of the vegetation on either side of that existing road, or limiting clearing, limiting wetland disturbance.
And 12 to 20 is not slightly.
Yeah.
If the fire truck has to get through there, then we have to do what we have to do, right?
And all, just one final question, this, all of this drains into what tributary or what stream?
There are three different tributaries. There's the Black Creek, which runs this area. There's the Fourth Run, which runs through the site. And there's a small piece here that runs to a tributary of the Shingle Mill. So in our stormwater analysis, we have accounted for discharges to all three of those watersheds.
And they're EV or HV or?
Yes, HQ and EV. So an individual permit is necessary.
And you mentioned the existing road is dirt,
Correct.
and that's gonna be gravel afterwards.
Correct.
All right. Right now, my comments are, it's an existing freshwater covered land tract, various sloping conditions throughout, steep ridges, valleys, and stream embankments throughout. On-site investigation and sources of the track. I was up there driving that road back in March of last year.
God bless you.
I
You're on a
couldn't-
dirt road.
I couldn't get in now.
Yeah. It's challenging.
We got a Subaru, right?
No.
No.
Honda.
Now you need the submarine version.
On the on-site investigation of portions of the tract and build areas of wetlands that have been delineated, shown in the plan sheets. These wetland areas, especially where they're located on the plan, may pose development of the proposed 20-foot wide access road and then serial access ways. And under my review, you have your plan sheet, your cover sheet. Kidder Township Board of Supervisors amended Kidder Township zoning ordinance section 18017E3 to include solar power generation commercial as a conditional use, and granted the applicant a conditional use application for commercial solar power generation on the existing land tract, subject to the conditions specified in zoning section 18023C1, standards and design by ordinance 192 dated September 27, 2022. Ordinance 192 also amended the zoning 18023C1 to add a new section, and the applicant should revise the Kidder Township conditional use approval as shown on your cover sheet. I don't know if you have it.
I have a cover sheet in front of me, yeah.
It's not shown. No,
Down here,
not,
this note.
that's not what I have. I don't even have a cover sheet. Wait, I didn't think I needed it. Plans are different from what I have here. What do you have here?
We have a note knowing the conditional use approval.
Yeah, you're saying it says 192. 180, That has to be revised. You'll get a copy. Minimum lot size required in the recreational reserve commercial district for commercial solar power generation shall be a minimum of 300 acres. And it conforms to that requirement. The applicant should provide a route map, a travel plan showing public roads proposed to be used, travel to and from the facility, and provide an evaluation of the condition of any township road which will be used and the potential damage which may occur from such use. And at the minimum, the applicant should detail which roads within the township will be used for access during construction and maintenance. Identify pre-existing conditions on state and local roads to be utilized to transport equipment and parts for construction, operation and maintenance before construction, road conditions and after construction. And provide road bonding and appropriate financial assurance to promptly repair any damages that may occur and should be a requirement of plan approval. All wetland buffers not shown in all the plan sheets listed below, and basically it's a master site plan C100 and C101 through C111. I have them here, shown here in blue all the way down through. Master existing conditions plan CD100 and accompanying plan sheet CD101 and CD111, and the master grading plan CG100 and accompanying plan sheet CD101 through CG111. The So section 180.23 solar power generation commercial requires the following items in recognition of their need to protect the health, public health, safety, and welfare, and should be provided in accordance with this section prior to recording the final plan, land development plan and licenses and other regulations, insurance. The applicant shall demonstrate that it has obtained required licenses from governing state and federal agencies and agreement from the local electric utility. The applicant should also document compliance with all applicable state and federal regulations. And the applicant shall submit the name, address, and emergency telephone number for the operator of the solar power facility and a certification of insurance evidencing general liability coverage and a minimum amount of $1 million per occurrence and property damage covering in the minimum amount of $1 million per occurrence covering the solar facility. Communications interference, applicant shall document that radio, television, telephone, or reception of similar signals for nearby properties shall not be disturbed or diminished, and how this may be accompanied by remedial measures instituted by the solar power facility developer. And these are all required by section 180.23. Glare, the applicant shall provide details about anticipated glare from the facility, including the time of day, time of year, and the direction of peak glare periods, and document how potential nuisances to area properties and on public roads shall be controlled. The standards, design of the solar power facility shall conform to applicable industry standards, including those of the American National Standards Institute, and the applicant should submit certificates of design compliance obtained by the equipment manufacturers from Underwriters Laboratory or other similar certifying organizations. The operator shall repair, maintain, and replace the solar collectors and associated equipment in like manner as needed to keep the facility in good repair and operating conditions. I pointed out that the solar power facility should comply with the Pennsylvania Uniform Construction Code. As zoning, section 180.23C10. Electrical components, all electrical components of the solar power facility should conform to relevant applicable state and national codes and relevant and applicable international standards at zoning 180.2311. Warning signs, a clearly visible warning sign concerning voltage shall be placed at the base of all pad mounted transformers and substations. Visible reflected colored objects as flag, reflectors, or tape shall be placed at the anchor points of any guy wires and long guy wires up to the height of 10 feet from the ground. That's zoning 180.23C12. Signs, no advertising materials or signs other than warning, manufacturer, equipment information, or indication of the ownership shall be allowed on any equipment or structures. That's 180.23C13. Straight voltage, electrical magnetic fields. Operator shall use good industry practices to minimize the impact of any straight voltage and or EMF. That's zoning 180.23C15. Emergency services. The applicant should provide details about any fire suppression system installed in any accessory structure or equipment contained associated with the solar power facility. And upon request, the applicant shall cooperate with the emergency services to develop and coordinate implementation of an emergency response plan for the solar power facility. That's section 180.23C16. In public inquiries and complaints, the solar power facility and owner shall maintain a phone number and identify a responsible person for the public to contact with inquiries and complaints throughout the life of the project, and the solar power facility owner and operator shall make reasonable efforts to respond to the public's inquiries and complaints. That's section 180.23D. And prior to recording any final plan, land development for commercial solar power generation, the developer shall execute a decommissioning agreement and security agreement with the township in the form satisfactory to the township, and providing at a minimum for decommissioning at the end of the useful life of the commercial solar power generation facility. Financial security is sufficient to ensure decommissioning will become completed. And upon decommissioning, the developer at its own expense shall return the property to its original state by reforestation, and disturbed earth shall be graded and reseeded. And that's section 180.23E7. And although not required by Kidder Township supervisors in zoning section 180.23.7. We would recommend the following be added to the decommissioning agreement, decommissioning schedule. And ran into some problems with other solar, facilities in the county here. The solar power generation commercial facility owner should be required to notify the township immediately upon cessation of or abandonment of the operation. The solar energy development shall be presumed to be discontinued or abandoned if no electricity is produced for a period of 12 consecutive or continuous months. And the solar power generation commercial facility owner shall then have 12 months in which to dismantle or remove all solar related equipment or appurtenances related to thereto, including but not limited to cabling, electric components, foundation, and other associated facilities from the property. If the owner fails to dismantle and or remove solar power generation commercial facility within the established time frame, the municipality will complete the decommissioning at the property owner's expense. And financial security at the time of issuance of the permit for the construction of the solar power generation commercial facility, the owner should provide financial security in the form and the amount acceptable to the township to secure the expense of dismantling or removing said power generation commercial facility and restoration of land to its original condition. Now, under the subdivision and land development ordinance, it's all the review, the certification of the plan and the survey which was based, being in accordance was not completed. The plan sheets are submitted to not conform to the required plan sheets of no smaller than 11 by 17 and no larger than 24 by 36. Plan sheets as submitted are 30 by 42 inches. And as shown in the cover sheet G100, the applicant is requesting a waiver from the solar requirement. And I believe we would have no issue with the approval of that waiver request. The waiver request date of approval should also be shown in the plan. Paved and right-of-way widths of the Z8 Confair, I-80 and Moseywood Road not shown in the plan. Names of all current property owners of adjoining Moseywood 1 subdivision not shown or as shown incorrect. Although all these ones down here at the bottom, not shown or incorrect.
Sorry, what was that, Evans?
That comes here.
The,
Property owners.
what regarding the property owners, I couldn't understand.
They're not shown as required by, Salvo section 153.28E.27. Any existing or proposed deed restrictions protected or and restricted covenants that apply to the land development not provided. If none exist or proposed, a plan note should be added to the master site plan C100, CS100. Proof of legal interest in the property and the latest deed of record not provided. A list of any public utility, environmental, other permits required. If none required, a statement to that effect should be shown in the master site plan. And Kidder Township may require professional certification of the township. Existing, this bridge box culvert size is not shown. You'll get a copy of these comments. Shown over tributary of Black Sheet is shown on partial existing condition. Plan sheet 103. Not shown. And preliminary bridge design and a statement by the applicant's engineer regarding any approvals required by the state or federal government not provided. And if the existing bridge, the box culvert is to remain for access to the solar power generation facility, a profile should be provided on the drainage profile plan sheet CG 311 or CG 312. It should be located in the roadway profile sheet CG 302. In addition, specifications are verified by the applicant's engineer that the bridge box culvert is adequate to manage the weight of construction vehicles and fire trucks for access to the solar power generation commercial facility should be provided to the township engineer. In addition, there's a 24-inch box culvert that's not located shown in the same sheet up here. Here's shown on that. Somewhere up in here, the box. Mark.
The box culvert down there.
Now, there's one up here too, it's not showing this. Yeah, it's up here near the front.
That red mark there.
No, that's the right of way width. Nope. But it's up, it's showing up in here. It's a 24-inch concrete culvert. It's located in the partial existing conditions plan, CD 101 if you have.
Yeah, only the masters. I'll keep an eye, I'll see if we can dig through it.
Okay.
It's just really adding a label to it, you're saying?
Well, it's labeled, but it's not shown on any of the profiles.
Oh, okay.
Row profiles or the sewage drainage profile. And it's located under 20-foot access.
So you're requesting a profile for an existing structure?
Yeah, you'll get copies of these. Again, preliminary design and statement by the engineer regarding any approvals required. And in addition, specifications and verification by the applicant engineer that the bridge box culvert is adequate to manage the weight again of construction vehicles and fire trucks for access. I pointed out that a traffic impact study should be required for all proposals that are expected to generate 150 or more trip bands per peak project hours during the construction activities. And it's up to Kidder Township if they want to determine that one should be submitted. PA Department of Conservation and Natural Resources have listed potential impacts listed requiring further review to resolve the potential impacts. Additional project information required for compliance with the findings to be sent to the agencies and or the information of the PA Department of Conservation, Natural Resources, PA Fish and Game Commission, and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. I know you said that you couldn't do the bat. What is it? The bat,
Missing that survey?
yeah, because of the winter months. You're gonna do it during the winter months. Have you started that yet?
I don't know if that's been completed yet, but I know it's scheduled.
So then the PNDI review is not not done.
The PND has been submitted.
It's been
We have-
submitted, but they point that out.
Right. Yep.
Let's see. Adequacy letter for the soil erosion control plan deemed accessible provided before preliminary plan, as well as the National Pollutant Discharge System limiting, the MPD permit. Is required for this project because the limit of earth disturbance is supposed to be 1 acre, greater than 1 acre. You'll need an improvement construction guarantee, improvement maintenance guarantee, and a developer agreement per the Salvo 15338, 15340, and 343. Salvo section 15351 requires access drive to be a minimum of 24 feet. And Salvo 151P3 requires the access way for non-residential use of that grade not exceeding 8%. And the applicant is requesting a waiver of these Salvo requirements. And I pointed out applicants should present their reasoning for requesting these waivers to the Kidder Township Board of Supervisors. And I defer approval, disapproval to Kidder Township Supervisors on that. Evidence should be provided to the Kidder Township Fire Chief that an adequate, reliable, and available water source can be provided for firefighting purposes. I know there's no water source proposed in this project. How are they gonna fight fires if anything happens? Where are they gonna get a water source?
There's a lot of nearby streams that circulate throughout the property, but I know an emergency access and an emergency plan is gonna be prepared.
Okay. And the evidence is shown to provide how emergency and maintenance vehicles will access the site and access to arrays within the site with specific consideration given the sloping conditions on the site. And again, Kidder Township Fire Chief should review the plan. And I did not perform an in-depth review of the stormwater controls and erosion protection control plan because that's done by DEP. And the Kidder Township engineer provided me with these comments from per chapter 148 stormwater management plans or requirements. And again, erosion control plan, national pollutant discharge permit, copies of the approvals for the stream and wetlands disturbance shall be provided, and work within natural drainage away subject to permit by DEP. And any stormwater managed facilities that would be located in or adjacent to surface waters of the Commonwealth, including wetlands, subject to permit by DEP. Water quality management, the infiltration testing should be completed in accordance with PADEP. Pennsylvania stormwater best management practice and prior to final plan approval. Copies of the approvals for the stream and wetland services should be provided. Applicants should provide verification that no more than 10% of the wetland buffer shall be altered, graded, developed, built upon, or cleared of existing trees and vegetation. No land within any required buffer area shall be disturbed except in accordance with township requirements, and the required buffer around delineated wetlands boundary shall be properly fenced to prevent encroachment. And the township should assert the applicant to obtain a jurisdictional determination beyond required by engineers. And you have indicated, the applicant has indicated that a JD was received and can be provided. So the applicant should provide that jurisdictional determination for township records. Stream corridor buffer shall be established along all streams and water courses. No more than 5% of such areas shall be altered, graded, or developed or cleared. And there's none provided for the Black Creek all the way through here. And he pointed out storm swell 3 should be calculated using final channel listing curled wood double net appears to be temporary ground cover. Applicant should clarify this is the permanent material. Minimum of slope basis shall be 2%. A waiver is requested to permit a base and bottom with slopes of 0%. And again, the stormwater management, the profiles, again, the applicant should review profiles. There appears to be several areas where the pipe is exposed and without adequate cover. For example, applicants should refer to HW 16-17 or HW 10-11 profile. Applicants should review all pipes. You're going to need a operation and maintenance agreement, stormwater maintenance fund, inspection fee should be provided in accordance. Master site plan shows an approximate subdivision location, subject to change with additional engineering. Is that still correct? You think you've got a location on that plan?
On the
Okay.
substation. So
Site details, CS 501 for the substation equipment pad only details elevation and plan views for one 480 volt switchboard and one transformer with no equipment specifications provided. For additional equipment such as solar breaker, disconnects, utility metering cabinets, switch gear, solar monitoring cabinets be required, and typical rack specifications and plan details on the solar panel installation should be provided on the method the rack sections which solar panels are installed on the ground. Details of the foundation should be provided, including the installation of the solar panels and the varying grades of the site. Total number of the panels to be installed should be provided on the plan, including specifications of solar panels, mounting posts. Design engineering certification specifications should be provided for all equipment for the proposed solar generation. A letter from the impacted utility, which is PPL, stating that it agrees to accept electricity that will be generated at site. And lastly, all final plan comments and recommendations of the Kidder Township engineer should be addressed. And my recommendation would be reviewing the above land development, believes we found areas of non-conformance or non-compliance with the requirements of the Kidder Township land development and subdivision ordinance that preclude any recommendations for approval of land development this time. And we are providing the comments to Kidder Township Planning Commission and Kidder Township Supervisor applicant and you, Vincent, responsible for this project with the revision that the above noted comments are addressed and adequately mitigated before preliminary plan approval. That is it.
Great job.
You have any questions?
Not this time.
Job well done.
Why don't
Does anyone have any other questions?
So what is the existing vegetation cover right now?
It's majority wooded.
All the trees are gonna come down.
Only trees within the panel areas themselves. So the property is 1,643 acres. Our disturbance is only 400.
I highlighted it.
Right, so we have a lot of, we have hardly seen the entire parcel itself. Our tree clearing is only limited to the solar areas themselves.
Right, and a buffer, I'm sure, so
That
that
number about right?
sunlight.
Yeah.
It's a little less than half coverage,
What,
the acreage.
of the solar facility, yes, it's for 59 acres, not the 1,000.
Right, so it's about 50% of the acreage is covered by.
45%, we're only proposing 445 acres of disturbance.
You got the
Parcel itself
access
is
road.
1,025.
450 some odd of 1,000, seems like a lot more than 25%.
Not,
16.
you gotta track where you road up there.
But if you overlay the wetlands with the tree cover. I mean, because there's other acreage that's almost. Out of the picture there,
They have all the wetlands shown.
right, so you're pretty much. Looks like you're destroying 90% of the trees adjacent to the wetlands.
Yes.
Very sensitive area.
Other comments, questions? And so forth, we're not going to approve this or disapprove it, because we need
We
a
just reviewed it.
review. So we need a vote that we reviewed it.
Yeah, I
think
think
so.
we're forwarding comments,
I-
so I
Well,
need to,
comments are being forwarded to. the
Right,
board,
so I need a
to,
motion.
Is
the
there,
engineer, you'll get them in.
is there a motion, that we approve, or that we not approve, that we
Forward comments.
forward our comments to Kidder Township, any of the relevant parties?
So moved.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
I don't know, maybe the press. Have any questions, from you want to take them off to the side?
Thank you very much. Lily.
All right. More sheep like this up.
No, I would ask.
I'd
be curious.
Yeah.
The county natural area inventory with. An environmentally rich
I
site.
heard that the house supervisors was gonna vote down the lasers. I don't know. Picture that. Just put on your.
They all three of the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation, Natural Resources had potential impact. Fish and Boat Commission impact, Fish and Wildlife Service. And the Conservation Natural Resources had the red rush, bog hopper, and six scale. And Fish and Wildlife just had the plant or animal species that classified as rare, tend to be undetermined or in it as well as other areas of conservation concern. And the Department of Interior had the northern long-eared bat and the northern bulrush. Plant inspector listed on the data. And the wetland photos. Okay. Maintenance garage. So Bennett property. Inland storage. Working with the engineer in this project, basically, we had this back in over at Mill Street. Near Mill Street and Bridge of Mill Street. And it's 1.856 acres. The tax part is unknown. And they want to construct a 60 by 150, it's an 8,791 square foot and garage storage building. And 2,743 square footage is going to be used for van storage maintenance. And the other 6,048 square feet vacant. There's no designated use. Paved parking areas, which include 5 parking spaces and 1 handicap accessible parking space. Public municipal water and sewer facilities, lighting and landscaping are also proposed. Stormwater management facilities will also be provided. And access to the site will be provided via 24-foot wide paved driveway from Mill Street. The plan is submitted does not conform to the preliminary final plan requirements of the Heighton Borough subdivision ordinance. And it does meet the minimum square footage, but the water and storage details should be reviewed by the Heighton Borough Water Authority and Sewer Authority. And the applicant is requesting relief from the preliminary plan submittal that the requirements to solve the 196 for major subdivision land developments. And the section 196B requires the planning commission to review the properly filed preliminary plan, determine compliance with this chapter, and to act to reject or recommend to the borough council deny or approval. And they need a storage facility planning module prior to approval by these agencies. And the plan, the land development plan has been granted unconditionally preliminary plan and approval of Saldo 118. And all conditions established by the borough council for the planning plan approval will be fulfilled by the applicant before final plan approval. And waiver request from the applicant requests the submission of the current plan as a combined preliminary final plan, and we would have no issue with the approval of the waiver request. And again, they should put the date of action and approval. Review of this preliminary plan by the Carbon County Planning Commission without an approved waiver by the Heighton Borough Council from the requirements of section 1A or 196-16A has provided the following information. And the Saldo 196-27C is Saldo section 196-29 and requires a deed reference, parcel number, and tax assessment number for the combined parcel. General note 6, parcel identification number shown on plan. 1, 2, 3, there's 4, 5 lots. And the lots previously combined through a lot combination plan prepared by Johnson Survey is incorrect. Lot combination plan, which includes lot tax parcel combinations and the vacation of a proposed portions of Penn Avenue and the unnamed alleyways traversing the tax parcels, was never approved by the Heighton Borough Council and recorded with the deed for the combined lot and the assignment of tax parcel numbers. When received, the new deed and tax parcel number should be shown on the plan and on the cover sheet and general notes 4 and 6, plan sheets 4 of 11 and light landscaping plan. Owner affidavit not completed, plan certification not signed sealed, proof of legal interest in the property and the latest deed of record not provided. Storage facility planning module is required. They need approval of the approved soil erosion control plan, which hasn't been submitted yet to the Carbon County Conservation District. They need signed seal of the engineer or surveyor. Any land development which provides for the installation of improvements, they need a developer's agreement. Stormwater management drainage controls, they need a final plan approval of the site plan. And sanitary sewer line on plan sheet 511 and 611.
I mean, this location where that fill is across from, Pizza Hut.
No,
No.
from the American Legion. And, oh, right here, this is 511 here. Sewer line coming out of the building is running underneath or above. It's not shown on this plan of the stormwater line. And there's a ordinance saying there's a 5 foot clearance that has to be provided either above or below. So. And all I did the recommendations.
Oh, this is the land that was cleared a while back.
Yeah, and he wanted to combine all the lots, but he never submitted the final plan. I do have letters from the Lighton Borough stating that. Again, I recommend we just review it and provide the comments of the Lighton Borough.
In fact, they mentioned that this is gonna be a vehicle maintenance facility. Does that change any of the general requirements for a building like this?
No.
So
Not
any of the
according to-
environmental stuff, vehicle maintenance, does make a difference.
No.
Okay.
Does this involve that street that was vacated or?
Yes,
Okay.
there's one street. I don't know if they have.
That's the maps. I didn't do it.
He's not. Change the way or anything like that.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he would need drainage. He doesn't show, so I mean,
Separators and.
Yeah.
all that. I don't see
Ah,
that.
yeah, I took one late.
I didn't bring the old plan down, but there was, Millway was, or there was a road running through here, Mill Street. Down here below, and there was a bunch of alleyways running through here, and they did vacate them. Vacate areas.
No, okay.
Yeah, letter from the borough, or Jim Nanovic, last money Borough Council adopted the ordinance to vacate Penn Avenue and some of the other side streets. We now need the descriptions for use so the deeds can be prepared. The vacation is not complete until that occurs. This was in November. So,
Okay. Any other questions or comments on this one? If not, is there a motion to forward the above comments? to The Clayton Borough officials and applicant and any other relevant party. Second. We moved in second. All in favor give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
all right, next one is Dr. Joe Sable. Holding Township, it's a 2 lot subdivision. Located at 141 Twin Hill Drive, it's 72.38 acres, 2 lots. Lot 1 is the home, 1.58186 acres. Lot 2 is gonna remain agricultural at 67.194 acres. And it's gonna be a 2 lot subdivision. There's a tributary of Mahoney Creek also noted traversing proposed lot 2. So not conform to section 9930 minor subdivision final plan requirements in Mahoney County subdivision land development. And the zoning. There's 3 different zoning areas in here. There's R1 agricultural rural, R2 low density residential, and C1 planned commercial. And it's the zoning data for the R1 agricultural and R2 low density residential district revised to the new zoning requirements as well as addition of the zoning requirements, C1 plan commercial is not shown on the plan. Surveyor statement not completed, reference monuments for lots 1 and 2 not shown. Location of existing buildings in the barn and the shed that weren't shown on lot 2. Existing well located on proposed lot 1 not shown, and the shown plan 014. The possible well location determined as of October 23rd, 2023. Future well location may change from the shown in the plan. And if they're gonna do that, they don't know where they're gonna put I don't know. They didn't say if it's at the existing tail, but if they put it up here, they're gonna have to change the location of the well. Now, existing tributary Mahoning Creek, drainage easement not provided. On on-lot storage, storage disposal system existing on proposed lot 1, however, an on-lot storage area is shown in lot 1 of the plan. In addition, the storage facility planning module component has been submitted with this plan submission to the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection. And when the approval letter they receive, they should submit it to the township. If a new on-lot storage system is proposed to replace the existing storage system, general notes of 5, 6, 11, 12, and 16 should be added to the plan. And they need the designated recreation office for office offered for all new lots, $400 fee. Access for proposed lot 2 should be shown on the plan. Draft deed description is not provided. And all plan review comments of the Mahoning Township engineer should be addressed. And I would recommend plan approval. We're getting all the required certification.
That's not what you look
Yeah, your recommendations.
Different
Not-
than the bottom, it says to not recommend.
No, 18. Okay, yeah. Just a review.
Okay, any questions on this? Not, is there a motion for forwarding, board's comments to,
You didn't put it.
To be honest,
to Mahoning Township and any other relevant parties?
So moved.
Second,
I'll second it.
And
probably moved in second.
White's not here. But we finally got a schlock plan, a couple of minutes.
Oh, okay. Now let's continue with the vote. Is all those in favor, give their consent by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
This is a 2-lot combination. Located at 108 Fox Hollow Lane, Momency Township. It's combined to create a new lot and a new tax parcel and lot numbers for the combined lots to be assigned and certified to the Carbon County GIS mapping department. The existing for the plan, 1 lot water and sewer, it's not shown on the plan. And it does not conform to final plan requirements of Momency Township subdivision land development ordinances. Plan title should be revised from lot consolidation plan and final reverse subdivision plan. Certification and accuracy statement on the plan shall be revised to the language in appendix A of the sold required wetland statement not shown, required storage permit statement not shown, required PennDOT highway occupancy permit statements not shown, right of way and pavement width of the travel way of the interchange road not shown. Copies of the deed not provided. Copies. Any existing PennDOT highway occupancy permit for access to interchange road should be provided. Required reverse subdivision plan not provided and the owner certification acknowledgement plan not signed dated. Existing on-lot storage treated system and well locations provided in plan. And all review of the comments, recommendations of the Momency Township engineer should be adhered to, and we cannot recommend plan approval.
Any questions or comments?
In the past, I was recommend conditional plan approval pending Many these things that haven't been done.
Okay, is there a motion to provide comments to Wilmington Township and all relevant parties?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. All those in favor give their consent by saying aye. Opposed? Guys have it.
Next one is Ralph Snyder. Snyder Fire Service. Hank Borough.
Got my cough drops for you.
Water. And it was submitted by Carbon Engineering. And I'll bring the comments. It's, two lots proposed, they're keeping the tires center here and where they used to store all those tractor trailer vehicles. This has since been removed, the vacant land tracts. Tributary of Mahoning Creek was also traversing both proposed lots. Both lots are located in the 100-year floodplain limits and may pose barriers to development. And it does not conform to the soil requirements. And the both acres comply to the zoning. And proposed water service should be reviewed and sewage service proposed for lot 2 should be reviewed by the Hank Borough. And graphic and written scale not provided in the plan. I couldn't tell if any of these proposed lots or the buildings are within the setback requirements. Name of subdivision on the cover page should be revised from preliminary final subdivision plan and final plan, subdivision plan. Plans should be legible in every detail, all information, approval, review block, surveyor, engineer certification, general plan, notes shown on the plan sheet of 1 of 2, barely visible. And it could pose issues where they go to record it.
When you have land like that, that's been filled in over the last 30 years of like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 feet. What do they have to do? Have to survey it to create lot lines that didn't exist ever before?
This surveyor statement said that they did a property boundary survey in 2007. But my question is how they get this line in, which is at that corner. North arrow, tour magnetic not provided, reference monument and or lot markers shall be shown on the plan, should be placed as required. Locations of existing buildings and proposed lots are shown, but zoning setback requirements are not shown in plan for each proposed lots. To demonstrate compliance with the setback requirements. Oh, period. Name, number, pavement width, right-of-way width, alternate right-of-way width, and center left-right turning lanes recently constructed by PennDOT, Blakesley Boulevard, Route 443, not shown on the plan. Name, location, and pavement width and right-of-way of the lines of East Penn Street, not shown. And names of all adjoining property owners, not shown. PennDOT owns that one lot down here at the bottom there. They took that by possession.
Towards the bridge.
No, or, oh yes, or East Penn Street, yeah. Clear side triangle should be clearly shown for all access driveways with Blakesley Boulevard. Okay, there's a huge one over here that they use for the tractor trailer trucks. Site data, including total acreage of each proposed lots, is required to be shown for each lot in the plan. And plan note 4 lists lot area of 0.312 acres. It should be revised to show the lot acreage for the proposed lots. Location, extent of the various soils types by classification for each type not delineated. All these general plan notes not shown on the plan. Source facility planning module not provided. A letter from the Heighton Water Authority and the Heighton Sewer Authority approving connection of the water and saying they can provide service. The lot number 2 not shown. All signatures of the licensed engineer and surveyor who prepared the plan not shown. Owner certification not shown, but the impressed seal of the notary public. Drainage easements with a minimum width of 10 feet to be right along all road lines, exterior property lines instead of all common lines. And where a subdivision is traversed by a stream or other water course or drainage way, a drainage easement shall be provided 10 feet beyond the top of such water course or drainage way. This shows Mahoney Creek out here. But the flood boundary, so it stands over there. Well, the area. All subdivision land developments shall comply with the requirements of chapter 190 stormwater management. Proposed subdivision includes an area of wetland as shown in the plan down here at the bottom. And it should be fenced in and they need a jurisdictional determination, number one, and Civil Borough has approved the application. The wetland limits shall be visibly identified in the field, and then they need wetland buffers. Pavement width, right of way width, ultimate right of way width, and center line left right turning lanes recently constructed by PennDOT of Blakesley Boulevard. PASR 443 should be shown on the plan based upon data contained within a plan titled Commonwealth of Pennsylvania of the Department of Transportation authorized the acquisition and accepting dedication of right-of-way drawings for State Route 0443, sections 02S, State Route 09902, section 02S, and section State Route 300, section 02S, and State Route 0209, section 02S in Carbon County. And was prepared by Taylor Weissman and Taylor, signed 1/29/2018 on behalf of the governor and recording the Carbon County Recording Deeds Office. And map volume 4, page 595. And I pointed out both existing driveways to the proposed lot 2 should be accurately shown in plan, including existing grades, travelway width, and turning radiuses. A copy of any existing PennDOT highway occupancy permit should be shown, and development of lot 2 will require a preliminary final plan, land development plan is submitted to Lehighton Borough. Again, the proof of interest in the property not shown. And explanation of the heavy black line surrounding the proposed lots of lot 2 should be noted.
Yeah, what are they?
I don't know, just,
Slope or?
no, it's not a slope, it's just the line in there. All the way around. And I would, again, recommend that we review it.
Does that line extend into the creek?
What, this line?
The black line on top?
Yeah. But what is it for?
Yeah.
Low water. No, not that far, and the whole property.
No, I was looking at the
This one.
major conflicts.
Do we know why PennDOT took that corner property?
And they did the widening of the bridge.
For clearance.
The bridge, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, any other questions on this one?
Let's review.
If not, is there a motion to forward our review to, Lehighton Mahone, that's Lehighton Borough and relevant parties?
All right, the next three are.
Wait.
Motion.
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay, properly moved and second, all those in favor, give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay,
Lot line revision. Stolzer and Strasser, located on Dickens Way, Tolmancy Trail. This is right near the beginning of the Tolmancy Trails. It's 1.02 acres. It's creating lot 564A. New tax parcel number to be assigned. New lot number as proposed should be verified with the Carbon County Tax Assessment Officer. They showed it over here, 565, 564. And the tax parcel numbers are EV 1429 and 1428. Minimum lot size is 2 acres. It does not conform to the dimensional requirements. Surveyor seal and signature responsible for preparation of plan should be included in the plan. And the Hardin County Planning Commission recommends that the surveyor certification not labeled on the plan right down there at the bottom to be revised to read, I hereby certify that to the best knowledge, the plan is shown and described thereon as true and correct to the accuracy required by the Penn Park Township subdivision land development ordinances. Scale for the unlabeled, location map not shown, pavement width and travel way of Dickens way not shown. They didn't allow us space down the bottom for recording in the recorded deeds office. Lot numbers shown in the plan in the lot areas and plan note are incorrect and should be revised to correct the lot designation. We show them correctly here, not in the plan notes. Signature block authorizing the staff and consultants that enter upon, inspect the site for the purpose of conducting a review and determining consistency with the requirements of the Penn Forest Township Solvable on sign. Again, significant natural features of the trees of 8 inches in caliber not shown, and they're requesting a waiver, and I would recommend approval of that waiver request. Documentation, historic reports and officer that the combined lot has been approved for on-lot septic system, and noted in the plan. An explanation provided for the line shown on plans surrounding the plan location, 100-foot well location. District to distance to septic's window. Is it in a labeled grading line? I don't, just pops in there in the middle, and it's not compatible with all the grading. And we cannot again recommend plan approval. Review.
Any questions on this? If not, is there a motion to forward comments to Penn Forest Township and relevant parties?
So moved.
Second. Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
This one is located right at the entrance of the Williamson Trail, the big road coming in. 0.829 acres, it does not conform to minor plan requirements and the requirements of the zoning. Surveyor seal should be shown, space along the lower edge for the recorded deeds. Certification of ownership should be planned not completed. Individual lot numbers are shown in plan because it corresponds to lot numbers shown in the plan notes. Lots to be consolidated. Signature block not completed. Natural features of trees greater than 8 inches caliber. Again, they're requesting a waiver. And my recommendation, I would recommend conditional plan approval of this, which is only plan.
Any comments or questions? Not, is there a motion for conditional plan approval?
I'll make that motion.
Second. Second. Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
David, shown as David Cron, in Forest is located. Spencer Lane. 57 Spencer Lane. And again, 0.829 acres. It does not conform to the minor final plan requirements of the Penn Forest Township 21016. Plan is exempted from standard procedures and the zoning ordinance. I pointed out, however, all these lot line combinations, the proposed lot consolidation includes a non-existing conformity of an existing non-conformity. Scan surveyors, seals, space left of the left-hand side for recording and recorded deeds. Certification of ownership not completed. Signature block authorizing Penn Forest Township. It was entered upon. Inspect the site for the purpose of conducting review. Requirements. Not signed by the applicant, and again, significant natural features of 8 inches. Caliber trees not shown again. Applicant is requesting a waiver, and again, we would have any concerns with the approval of the waiver. Copies of the draft deed should be provided to the township engineer when recorded. And again, conditional plan approval. My recommendation.
Okay, any comments, questions on this? If not, is there a motion for conditional plan approval?
So move.
Second. Properly moved and seconded, all those in favor give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Guys have it.
Minor subdivision that's located for lot 4375 Long Run. Long Run Road, but it's actually like Vine Street. And you know, it's 5 lot subdivision. For 1 acre lot, then remainder shown as remaining agricultural. It's 96.0 acres. The existing agricultural Russian wood covered land tract, like the moderate subdivision throughout. On-site investigation revealed existing structures, and there's a barn. That's shown down below, but there's also a 2-bay storage shed that wasn't shown. And it meets the minimum requirements for the zoning. But the lot numbers should be numbered in consecutive order, and they're showing just remaining lands, actually, lot 5. A plat of the area proposed to be areas subdivided, including Patrick or tract boundaries, not shown with sufficient boundaries. It's here. Location of any existing building and significant improvements, including access drives and driveway locations, and tract subdivided, demonstrate compliance with the setback requirements not shown. Again, I pointed out 2-bay storage building and access drive and remaining lands not shown. Pavement width, travelway of Long Run Road not shown. Proposed well areas for proposed lots 1 through 4 not shown. And access driveway and cross drainage items 1, 3, and 4 of Stallable section 30s. CX to be shown on the plan. As to inform the potential lot owners of the driveway installation requirements regarding stormwater drainage. Typical driveway connection profile should be removed from the plan, and the grade shown on the plan don't even conform to what's on these lots.
So are these lots off a Long Run or off an access road?
Off of Vine Street, the existing street. That ends all the way up the top here. At each point where a road is intersected by an access drive or driveway that requires surface drainage of water to be carried to the intersection, culvert pipe shall be installed across the width of the access drive to meet drainage requirements determined to install Part 53 stormwater and drainage controls. Pipes shall be installed at such depth and in such manner as indicated by the site with a minimum of 0.5% grade. And the diameter shall be 18 inches in diameter. And the lot owner should obtain approval from the board to supervise the engineer prior to installation. All they're showing is a drainage swale.
I can't really see. Is there topo on there? Are they showing the,
They
The slope.
put 20 foot, which is required. They're gonna have to do it better when they do the land development with lots. Replacing the storage areas for the lots 1 through 4 not shown. And ownership not completed, easements and reservations necessary to accommodate the development. The drainage easements. And they needed, again, recreation area offered to dedication, $400 per lot. Though the construction is proposed by the applicant relating to this subdivision, therefore no stormwater management plans or calculations are required to be submitted. And individual lot owners should be made aware of the requirement of an improved sedimentation and erosion control plan deemed adequate by the Carbon County Conservation District and compliance with the Franklin Township Stormwater Management Plan. And again, recommend that we just review and submit comments to Franklin Township.
Any questions or comments? If none, is there a motion to forward comments to Franklin Township and relevant parties? Second. Properly moved in second, all those in favor give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Saranac, Grover, Packer Township. And basically what he's doing. both fathers were fighting over land. Farming. But now the kids own it and they get along. It's located at 1134 Quake Cake Road. Lot 2 is, parcel lot 1 is 39.78. Right here, and this is, the remainder is 370.218 acres. Basically, they wanna, this lot 2, they're gonna subdivide this lot from the remaining lands and combine land with current Cernak owning. All zoned agricultural. And it's not gonna change the zone development proposed. And the plan sheet is submitted as not formally required drawing the scales as shown in 6041. Applicant is requesting a waiver of Packard Township. And again, I don't believe we would have no issues with approval of that waiver request. Owner affidavits for the current property is not signed. Distance of the existing structures, barns, building sheds should be shown in front, rear, and side yards not shown in the plan. And I pointed out to the applicant to request a waiver of Packard Township, and I talked to Packard Township, and they would have no issues with it, so I believe we should have no issues with it also. Recording a plan should be recorded for final plan 3.14 through 3. And all review, comments, recommendations, Packard Township engineer should be addressed. And I would recommend plan approval.
Comments or questions on this? If not, is there a motion for plan approval?
So moved.
We'll be coming in with another one next month. Second, I don't worry about it.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
This one is Terry Feldman. John Bell. Start to medium density residential, and you can understand why I need a plan. But he needs a lot combination plan. And it does not conform to section 196.31 lot line adjustment combinations. And does not comply with the zoning regulations. The district is, that does comply. Yeah. Existing building as shown on the plan is located within the 25-foot front yard setback. And zoning table data values for existing lot 497 should be shown on the plan. When I went down there, when I did my on-site inspection, it's existing residential brush and wood covered land tract, moderate surface conditions throughout. On-site investigation revealed an existing structure. It's undergoing extensive renovations on the proposed combined lot. They're putting another deck. There's a deck shown here that is totally ripped off. It's coming out into the parking area. And there's another deck being shown over here that's not shown in the plan, so they gotta redo the plan and show it. Let's see, building footprint as shown on the plan should be revised, to show the existing conditions and location of the residential building and garage after renovations have been completed to demonstrate compliance with the required 25-foot yard setbacks. Pavement width of 7th Street not shown. Signature block for the chairman, secretary, and a view acknowledgement of block for Carbon County Planning Commission plan not provided. Copies of the proposed deed should be provided. Again, they need to press the seal of the notary public, and location of existing water and sewer service to the proposed combined lot should be shown on the plan. And minor, but the last plan note 11, last word of lot 2, the spelling of B shown as BE should be BE lowercase. And again, we can review it. Very accommodate recommendations.
Okay, any questions or comments on this one? If not, is our motion for send the comments to the Heighton Borough and relevant parties?
So move.
Because they're not recommending planning.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, so this is planner, sorry about that.
Let's review it again.
Yeah. Oh, it's planner correction. Are we forwarding comments or we direct rejection?
Oh, no, we reviewed it.
Okay, so the first motion stands. As far,
Commissioner Khan, we cannot recommend approval. Cannot recommend plan approval of this comment.
So the comments.
Until the comments are
Okay,
addressed
that-
and that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
so comments, okay, so the first motion stands. Is there a second for that vote, or a second for that motion?
I'll second.
All those in favor, give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it.
Okay. The Penn Forest final draft is complete rewrite of Penn Forest Township subdivision land development ordinances. And I pointed out that we believe that the Penn Forest Township zoning ordinances are consistent with. And so. We can. There we go. Based on the review, we offer the following recommendations. Section 21020 street designs. Standards A, general requirements 1 through 3 are blank on the copy provided for review and needed the data entered in. Existing section 21016 plans exempted from the standard procedures. Item 33, not proposed, it's not proposed to be revised, it still requires still significant natural features, including but not limited to floodplains, ponds, lakes, streams, natural drainage swales, wooded areas, and trees that are greater than 8 inches in caliber. Floodplain information shall delineate the bounds of the 100-year floodplain, floodway, and flood fringe. We recommend removal of the showing of trees of greater than 8 inches in caliber on the plan. I hate AI. Put a dot and period where it shouldn't be. From this requirement, we base this recommendation on review of past Penn Forest supervisors and Penn Forest Township Planning Commission meeting minutes, where 100% of the waivers requested by the applicants from section 1631 were granted. I went back to 2018 and went through all their minutes, and each one granted waivers. Why have it in there? And we believe the remaining amendments as proposed are consistent to current land use practices, and we recommend approval. And that we're supposed to, within 30 days of adoption, provide planning for our records. The completed ordinance and revised individual pages for insertion into the current general code of Penn Forest Township. And zoning, I reviewed it and I saw no issues there. They removed a lot of things and added, there's no open space requirements anymore. They got rid of it, and it's conservation planning. And there's at least 10 pages that they put into it. If anybody wants to review it, they can look at the planning office. Let's see. Here. Again, the Golden Oaks, Kidder Township, we pointed out the last time that they required, the site was previously covered under NIPSE's permit, expired, and for communication with the Carbon County Conservation District, any future development, the Golden Oaks require a new permit application, and that's what they're actually doing. Submitting a new plan for all these lots and showing the Lehigh River and Black Creek as the streams getting the stormwater runoff. And the last one is the planning module. The review of the sewage facility planning module for Cover Bridge, Lower Tonamensing Township. And we reviewed it, pointed out that they needed a sewage planning module. Yeah, And we pointed out that they needed an approved sewage facility planning module. And they went ahead and approved the subdivision. My plan note 17 sewage facility planning module shall be provided and approved by the township and PADEP. Applicant shall contact the township sewage SEO. And they did, and he said, no, you don't need it. And we got a letter back from to Corey Johnson, project manager, saying okay, here it is. This letter is in reference to your September 2024 application. Received on November 13th, 14th, 21st. For the request determination of storage facility planning requirement for the site. And the consultant and owner have stated that the replacement of the existing malfunctioning on-lot storage system should be allowed under a repair permit. Based on the additional information provided to the department, I discovered that an outdoor patio with a capacity of approximately 110 patrons was added to the restaurant approximately 3 to 5 years ago, and they haven't any comments or issue of this explanation. And there's no documentation with the township department of storage facilities ever completed. Therefore, the department is requiring plan to be completed to document all storage for those. So, yeah, we went through the whole document. That is it.
Okay, outstanding.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, anything other old business or new business? Okay, nothing, correspondence? The Oklahoma Planning Office, if there is. Visitors, media represented. Ready to vote? Motion for adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll say.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
All right.